I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
What do you think? Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house. You're all set?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for, and Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Don't be scared. How brilliant!
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Qianwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you 2 are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp.
Mind your tone, Miss...
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was Cloud Retainer. You know this Adeptus? Oh, with your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, and
I'm, Mingbo. I've worked there for, 9 years. I have 12 active cases at the moment. My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible.
Is it just...
You know what? Let's leave this.
Oh,
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to...
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields.
Very fair question. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places. Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just...
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree more! You're good at this, Yuan.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Zhi was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work, and as for Zhi, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Zhi came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself, so I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing, and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see, but it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Jury purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Jury always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Jury's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be Jiri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Jiri?
Zhi. Well, obviously, as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
What's Bulai doing here?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead, and neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any idea.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Zhi. Have you heard of him before?
Zhi? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Zhi never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyu Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... that's Zhi right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have a drink now.
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you. Try not to let him see you. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go! Strike a pose!
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity without batting an eyelid!
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Harbor is so lively, with so many travelers.
Here to buy some fish? You better hurry when they're go-
Hello, we're from the Society for...
Wow!
Society for Fish Price Research.
Please, don't worry. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been...
So this isn't about me. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and he was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some... I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a... It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not...
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly. I think he has pretty low self-esteem. But hey, nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to...
I see. Well...
Not a problem. And just for the...
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah, honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who...
Really?
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu...
Great! So what do you wish to...
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one...
Sure have. You mean that guy that... I've heard many tales of jury, probably because it's nothing that important.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let...
Oh yeah, I know that. Before that, people always used to talk about jury in a kind of nasty tone of voice. Sometimes he gives me candies, so...
Just as I thought.
Huh?
I mean, just as I thought...
I'm not... Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking...
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? What was strange about it? Juyi seems to have a great reputation.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from?
Sudden?
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Juyi's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, plus, there's the fact that all this praise of his childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor.
When you put it like that...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, Juyi was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned, right, and that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu Qixing. That's the worst-case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious, even if we asked you...
First, we need to find out... Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Juyi must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Juyi's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House. Juyi's manifesto covers a huge range of I'll divide the reports into officially the assessment. Whatever else on any evidence he's left.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, this
Looks like I'm the first one back.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yeon's little helpers! Shut! If you're back, that means...
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another...
Don't drag this out.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how the young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him.
What a strange guy.
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto continues.
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think? Obviously, because
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an... Lady Yelan, I have finished...
Well,
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbois struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of...
I don't believe so. Mingbois is someone who has according to Miss Yu. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career.
Whoa.
Like I said before.
So...
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
We still have a bit left.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment. Chengshu Pool. At some point, a long time ago.
So, did they...
None. The technology wasn't Zhiyi's still.
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Oh, yeah!
Did he now?
Does that mean the...
No. Not they do possess... Still.
Qianwei and Mingbo both... What about Zhiyi? Is there another side to him too?
It's pouring out here. Oh, wait,
The water levels aren't rising, are they?
This is the Black Cliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Excuse me? What's...
Just get up.
I don't think we're going to get anywhere asking questions.
Standing guard ain't so bad.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it.
You think there's a...
Yes. At this rate, by the time that'll give them the chance. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the stuff, that's the advantage of planning this far in advance.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night, but they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Hurry, we gotta catch up! They're heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous. Look at these ashes.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be
Really?
There is a certain place with some wealthy people there when that fragrant ink is burned. This is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly. But it's all I need.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since I left him a note at yet. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yale.
Interesting. Then
Fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now... Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E.
Okay, so
No, we'll still need to tail him.
groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one... Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Be sure to arrive on time.
Teapot!
These are a must for the well-mannered.
It looks like we're all here. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role.
All of us here know the score.
Qianwei has many pioneering. Mingbo is reliable. In contrast, Zhi, after much.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little... In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. Would either of you enter...
I'll have to see.
I don't mind.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do.
I will live up to the Tian... I should go. I need to pack my things and then...
Count me out. I'm not in the...
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. If you can't answer that, I'm not...
Oh no, if we get...
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, Zhi has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhi really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Zhi didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upei says...
What?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not... If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end.
Xinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upei and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upei had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover. I figured that if we spooked him, so I stopped Upei, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Xinyue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait. Let's go to Xinyue.
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Senua Kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even—
Our customers are free to dress however—
Okay, fair enough, but—
Well, maybe I did, but it's—
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question.
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just—
A bottle of liquor.
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery. This gentleman ordered it in person from us along—
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques. Hey, Miss Ninlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which...
We don't really know a whole lot about...
Zhi picked up his set not long ago. As a just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left.
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchases...
Okay. Thanks.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. Alright, see you next time.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, if he was just looking... No. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys... Now where might...
Fatui officials...
have both locations...
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to...
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance... In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jerry bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Zhi is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Zhi might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Zhi may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch.
I'll be waiting for you at the... If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui of... Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto!
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no,
Let's go. This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. The workers left an emergency. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Shower me with praise! Emerge, right now, right here.
You, Blake, you're off!
Busted!
Settle down!
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
The show begins! Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days.
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. That must be the emergency access.
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo!
Game's up! Come's over. Gotcha!
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Strike a pose! Nothing lasts forever. Emerge. Busted. Take it easy. Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Time to shine! Yoo-hoo!
Settle down!
Take it easy. The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues. This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way. Take it easy. Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you? Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Take it easy.
The door is open. Let's go!
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Shower me with praise!
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Busted. Take it easy. Game's up. One's over.
Let the mighty be humbled!
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song!
Hey, go away! Gotta keep going! Don't be scared!
I'm always watching. Emerge. Is that all? Right now.
Bow your head.
May I present...
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course. You'll get there. You're more of a lightweight than I thought. I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend, but I have to say, you really are quite a genius at... I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralized...
It struck me one day when I was fishing.
You have performed, aside from
Don't worry.
Did you hear that? It was poison! What a nasty guy!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent. We've, seen no progress on the diplomat, but soon, everything will be taken care of. And I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juri. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's dark...
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and... Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingbo had reputation. But you had nothing. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to...
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now... Well, do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. How well this goes for us.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it.
Whoa, this is the... Huh? Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed you. You really think I... Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the Fatui planted... but things didn't quite go to plan. Faced with the it explains why you acted alone. Of course, none of that...
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna... After
A record? Oh, because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time. Shh. Sweet dreams.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of we were here the whole time and have pictures of everything.
The game's up? I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the
This is how you want to play it. Fine. You do you. All we need to do... Nothing else?
One wrong move and it all... You followed him here, didn't you? I was so... Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee. When I take office, I can guarantee that I don't deny that I used underhanded...
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all, out of everyone in the world.
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yanshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
There is now no poison left in his system.
Dr. Baishu.
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely unfortunately for them.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. Ah, you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position, but Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens...
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. I concluded, in the end, I never had it. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Zhi was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xunyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes, had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Zhi now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell still. He's
a deal? Does this have to could do.
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian, Yelan, what are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui, with Yusupov in our hand. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone.
The Fatui must be spot.
I found out from other sources the Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated. It's a pity that
I have to ask, Yelan. I remember you showed some interest a few...
Oh, that. I prefer my current life, although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed. It's for me, but I'm sure if you keep going, maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions...
Mindless.
Let it be known that divinity is mine! Churn!
Health comes first.
In insignificant pest! 1,000 eons, mine to dominate! Kneel!
Mind the side effects.
Burn to oblivion! Good riddance, cruel world.
Mind the side effects.
Possible.
Seems like an emergency.
Make yourself a move! Shower your
I can't. Again.
Settle down!
Inferior. Strike dead!
Bow your head! Let the mighty be humble! Silence!
You Blade, you're up!
An oversight on my part. Settle down!
Strike dead! Inferior. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Yeah, let's play!
Bow your head.
Inferior.
Be sanctified.
This body is eternal.
Bow your head. The tides beckon.
Witness the final calamity!
Settle down.
Don't be scared!
Purge all obstacles! Sever!
Bow your head.
Eternity is in my hands!
Settle down. Bow your head.
Perish!
Silence.
You're up!
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head.
Don't be scared!
Lightning, obey me! Weak! Pathetic!
Justice is blindsided.
Illusions are but distractions!
Silence. Bow your head.
Thunder!
The tides beckon.
This body is eternal! There is no escape! Pathetic.
Settle down. Let the light be humble.
dead!
Silence!
Be gone! Weak! Be gone! Inferior! The eye sweeps the lands!
Settle down!
Shattered!
Be sanctified!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity! This body is eternal spirit! Purge all obstacles!
Blindsided!
And spirit! Druid follows my blade!
Bow your head!
Time to shine! Witness the final calamity!
Silence! Bow your head.
I see everything.
Let the mighty be humble.
Eternity is in my hands!
Silence!
Place to loaf around.
Settle down!
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice? Into the frozen void!
Mindless side effects.
Now disappear!
And your head. Mindless side effects.
The time is coming.
I can return for the back.
Embrace your searing reckoning! Stand, my pretties! must burn!
Be sanctified. Settle down!
Who dares call me a witch? I never asked for redemption. Never.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
Right here, right now.
Silence! The wrong test subject.
Strike a pose! Stay put! Right here. Emerge.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds.
Settle down!
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just...
So much for eternity.
This should be fun.
Hey, go away!
Don't be a killjoy!
Yoo-hoo!
The tides beckon.
You can't run! Well, try. Looks like I went too far in here. I'm not breaking a sweat!
Right here, right now, right here.
Settle down! My work finished.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval. Yep. What a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy. Right here. Emerge. No mercy.
Be sanctified.
This is her majesty.
It's growing, but it poses no threat to me. Silence!
You're up! Right here, right now. Emerge, a sight to behold. Out of my right here, right now.
Go get him, Uruguay!
Winter shall eventually come. Here. Right now.
Don't be scared!
Settle down!
Right here.
Bow your head.
The tides beckon.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval. How brilliant!
Silence!
Time to shine!
But don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Nothing lasts forever. Emerge. Right here.
Hey, go away!
I miscalculated. Take cover from an unfortunate
Bow your head.
Finally, some quiet.
Take it. Go on. You have my approval.
Not the busiest of my days. I suppose I'm doing a good job taking care of the shrine. Not the busiest of my days. I suppose I'm doing a good job taking care of the shrine.
Let the world collide! Stay put! Come on now. What a nuisance. What a dreadful ending.
Be sanctified. Picked the wrong test subject.
Emerge, right here.
Settle down.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
Ready, go! Stay put!
Try! Let the mighty be humbled! The wrong test subject!
Always watching.
Is it what you wish to find?
It's my lucky day. Let's get down to business.
Let the world collide!
My blade!
Right now. Emerge. Right now.
The tides beckon.
To the fairy hut.
Bow your head.
To the fairy.
The show begins!
What a lucky day!
Don't be scared! Strike a pose! Emerge! Dear me, right here. Emerge!
You look like... You look like you're up!
Right now. Right here. Time to shine!
Be sanctified.
Will end you! You win! Picked the wrong
Silence!
Let's get down to business. To the fairy.
Splendid! More in... Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Bow your head.
Finally, I did the fairy.
Good job!
Like this.
More interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do? It. Go on. You have my approval. Yoo-hoo! Stay put! Right here. Emerge. Let the world collide!
Let the mighty be humble!
What a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy. Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? interesting to do? Too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? interesting to do? Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Don't be scared! Hey, go away!
Right now, right here, emerge.
Settle down!
Let my name echo in song! Strike
Bow your head. The tides beckon. Settle down.
Sorry, Master.
An oversight on my part. Bow your head.
Time to shine! How dare you!
Let the mighty be humbled. Silence! Bow your head.
Yoogling, you're up!
What a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy. Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn